The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Digital Outcast season finale. Yes, we made it all the way to the end. It's kind of bittersweet, though. I'm kind of sad and happy at the same time. But you know what? I got Cassie back to get me through these tough times.
Yes, we promised that I'd be back.
We promised, and she delivered.
Yeah, did y'all miss me? Period.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. To think about it, honestly, hold on.
Sipping on his coffee, iced tea.
Iced tea, yeah. No, but it's crazy to think about because I never thought I was going to be so passionate about this.
Yeah.
But the more I did it and the more I started to actually fall in love with the podcasting and talking to my friends and stuff like that in this way, I kind of excited to keep going with this, for another semester.
It is fun.
And then hopefully, even after I graduate, I get to pick this up, independently on YouTube or something on my own channels and stuff. So, hoping, fingers crossed at it.
You could do it. I'm also trying to start.
I think you should start one too, to be honest.
Really?
You're really good at
but
this.
But it can't be one. I can't do it alone. I need to be with someone when I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah. You get your friends on,
I don't have friends.
Of course.
I don't have that much friends here. All of them are either somewhere else, another school, or
really?
Or they're done. Most of them are done.
That's what I'm worried about next semester too, because a lot of people I know from this semester are also leaving, and next semester I'm everybody that I knew this semester knows.
This is their last.
It's their last one, right? Yeah.
That is sad.
Yeah, so that's why I'm holding on to you.
You're gonna.
That's why I'm Cassie better be.
I'm gonna be here next semester.
Yeah, because nobody else is, yo. That kind of makes me sad, yo.
Don't worry, but I'm not going to be here next year.
Next year, right?
Exciting news. Guys, I'm done after this year.
That's crazy.
Yes.
It feels like it's going so fast for me, though.
Round of applause. Wait, round of applause.
Round of applause versus round of applause.
Which one? Yes, yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, I feel like I just met everybody, and everybody's already leaving.
Yeah, I met someone. I met a friend last semester. And I was like, oh, my God, are you going to be here next? He was like, this is my last day. This is my last semester. I'm like, what? No. I'm not going to see you? What? I mean, I have his number, but what?
I know, right? But then life gets in the way. Everybody gets busy. And then
yeah. Oh, my God. We would play, one night. Okay, one night we was, prank calling his friends. And we were, playing Just to Impress on, It's so fun. We were, bullying these little kids on Dressed to Impress on Roblox.
On Roblox?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
I'd be like, she copied my outfit. She copied me.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And it'd be oh yeah, I ended up calling my ex 5 times.
That same day?
Yeah.
What? I never answered, right?
No. I never called back. Are you guys judging me for doing that? I didn't call him again after that, for being honest.
As long as you didn't call him back.
Yeah. Actually, I have my reasons. I thought something was wrong with my phone. And I was I want to make sure my phone was ringing. And I was I know someone who's not going to answer. So I was let me just call him. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's smart, though.
Yeah, just use someone who doesn't talk to you anymore.
Who just won't answer you at all.
Yeah, if you have no shame, do it.
Just do it, right?
Yeah, and I have no shame.
I mean, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
you already lost. You already lost that person. So.
Yeah, what the heck? I mean, I could call you right now.
Right.
I have no shame, guys.
Exactly. You given any thought to what school you're going after this?
Yes. I know. Yes. Okay, but you want the audience to know? Montclair. Yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dorm there. Hopefully I can.
Oh, you're gonna you are dorming there?
Yes, officially.
What? That's crazy.
Officially thought about it. I want to.
But that's good though because you get away from the family a little bit.
100%. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
It feels a little independent.
Yes.
And then you got your friends there.
Mhm. like more freedom.
More freedom.
You know, I don't have to ask to go places.
That's crazy.
Like, come on. I'm 20 years old. Why do I have to ask?
They're going to be calling you like crazy, though.
Yo.
They're going to be calling like crazy.
She will be calling me.
Your aunt, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I haven't even told her that I wanted to dorm there. Like, I already know.
You haven't told her yet?
No. What? I haven't. I have
what
to.
happens when you graduate? You just straight
disappear. I have to make the money first so I could actually dorm there. Because she's going to be like, who's going to pay? And be like, me. Right. You don't pay for my school. Like, obviously. Like, I'm not going to ask you to pay all that money.
Right.
Like, no. She's going to have some type of, like...
How much a semester is it?
Filet. I'm not sure, but I think it's like 9,000.
9,000 a semester?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's crazy.
I didn't like calculate it in my head. Based on a conversation I had with someone else, they said like it was like 9,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And financial aid is out the window. There's no...
No, you can.
Oh, there's still financial aid?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
I asked my one of my friend who also goes there. She uses financial aid for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she also takes student loan.
And she said, yeah.
It's
well, how much will financial aid even cover? Like,
I don't know. Like, I asked them if financial aid covers for like dorming too, for like housing, and they said they do based on like the remaining money that they pay for the semester.
Yeah.
They don't know like how much you would have to pay
out of pocket.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would still have to pay out of pocket.
That's crazy.
For dorming. Yeah. Sucks, right?
I know. But you still, like, you're on the fence about it, or you're for sure dorming?
Oh, I'm for sure.
Dorming.
Head set. I don't care what I have to do to make the money, guys. If I have to go on a poll to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, no joke, bro.
Now you do what you got to do.
Yeah, do what you got to do. I don't shame. Okay?
Marry a nice rich man.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I guess I have to do that at this point. For real.
That's what it is, huh?
Imagine if you wasn't recording and we were just talking the whole time.
I know. Nah, I made sure we recorded.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about it too, but I'm still in the middle of Montclair and Rutgers.
Oh, are you gonna do the
campus tour? Yeah, I'm still gonna do it.
Like, did you register yet?
I didn't register yet,
okay.
But I'm gonna do it because that's gonna be like the tipping for me. If I do the campus tour, that's gonna determine if I do go to Montclair for sure. Because here's the thing, right? So you know my major is film, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, when I look into both the schools for film, it always tells me, oh, Rutgers has this, but Montclair doesn't have this. Oh, but Montclair has this, but Rutgers does not have this.
Yeah.
So it's back and forth, and I'm like, well, now I don't know.
Did you talk to ChatGPT?
No.
You need to talk to ChatGPT about this. Guys, listen. If you're so, like, conflicted between, like, a choice between schools, go on ChatGPT, like, ask, like, talk about yourself, say what you like and what you, like, prefer and stuff. I did this last night also.
Really?
Yeah, I was, like, having a whole conversation. They were like, what do you like, they just basically asked me questions about me being an artist, like what methods I do or whatever. And like I said everything that I do, and I was like, okay, help me choose between Montclair and NGIT. And they were like, well, I said, which one do you prefer that I should do? And they were like, it's giving you should do Montclair more. Yeah, you know, they said Montclair is more like the artistic side. So I was like, okay.
Montclair it is.
Montclair it is. Yeah.
That's crazy how ChatGPT turns into like your guardian angel at one point.
Yeah, basically, like they help. You should do like you're laughing at me for doing it, but you should do it.
I know. I probably should. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text it tonight. I'm gonna be like, hey, ChatGPT. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. No, like just like talk about yourself first. You know, like say like you like to do film or whatever. You know, and they'll be like, okay, like, what about film you like? You know, they just ask, like, a bunch of questions.
Really?
Yeah, like, they just, like, honestly, you just yapping to, like, someone who's going to respond back for sure.
Do you think it's a person responding?
I think it's, like an automatic text.
Like automatic? But, like, they just put words together?
Yeah, just put, like, words together based off of, like, what someone said.
Oh, okay,
you know, like, I mean, it's AI. I don't really know how it all works.
Maybe either.
So, yeah, I don't know.
There has to be, like, somebody, like, controlling something somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think someone is controlling something. Oh, my God, if someone's, like, listening, like, reading my conversation with ChatGPT, be like, oh, my God, this girl needs help. What the heck? Not like the parasocial type of, like, oh, my God, I'm in love with ChatGPT. No, that's crazy. You're not a real person.
Right,
Please,
right.
if you find yourself having some type of romantic feelings for like a robot, an AI that is honestly trained basically to say whatever you want them to say.
But they do have those, like those AI boyfriends or AI girlfriends and stuff.
They do have those though on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like those like AI. They be like Kaisenat AI, or they be like nonchalant boyfriend AI.
Yeah, that stuff. That stuff is weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's weird. I did have a conversation with some of them because like it was like really funny. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like cracking up. I also used character AI once.
Character AI.
Yeah, I
that's
did
so
use
funny,
it. It
yo.
is funny, and I have like an obsession with Vi from Arcane. Have you ever watched that?
I've seen Arcane.
Okay, yeah, I love Vi. Have a huge crush on Vi. It's not even funny, bro. Caitlyn, yeah, but Vi, yo, she is literally my type, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes, I like the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my god. I was like,
So whose side are you on?
was-
You on
okay,
Arcane side or Vi side?
my thing is, right, I can't hate anyone.
Really?
On Arcane is my thing. Like, people hate Jinx, and I'm like, she was just a kid. She didn't know any better, right? And my friend was like, honestly, like, downright like coming for Jinx. I'm like, leave Jinx alone. Like, she was a kid. How should she know like not to do that? She didn't even know what that a glow ball was,
Right,
so she
yeah.
didn't know like the like impact that it had on anything, you know.
True.
And my thing is that Vi got like kidnapped. Well, not kidnapped, but like they put her to jail, you
Right.
know? And I'm like, if they didn't get her, she probably would have been dead if I think about it, because Sogol did wanted them to be dead.
That's crazy.
Now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't know. Things would have been different.
The only thing I don't like about Vi is how insistent she is on catching her sister.
Oh, she loves her sister.
They
Like in season 2? No, I don't
This-
think she was.
This was
Oh,
more like around like the ending of season 1.
oh yeah.
She was like persistent on trying to catch her sister. And she was
Yeah,
like,
because she didn't know who Jinx was. She didn't know like that Jinx was basically a psychopath. She kept calling her like powder, you know.
powder.
Yeah, and she was persistent because like that's her sister, you know.
know,
like
yeah.
she like vowed to protect her sister. She's like the older sister also.
Yeah.
So like so like she didn't know. Like I'd also like if I was like in jail for like this amount of years, I would be looking for my sister too if she didn't know where I was, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But if I came to find out that she was a psycho, I'd be like, damn, I'm sorry. Did I do that? Just because I punched you? I called you a Jinx?
Right, for once.
You.
That's so funny. But yeah, going back to the AI thing a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But it's just so funny to think about it. You can actually like get something out of it. You know what I mean? Like in your case, like you actually like get answers that you need.
Yeah, I do. I do get like plain straight out answers.
Oh, that's crazy.
Should you do? Like, if you're like really confused between, and I did tell you that Montclair had like a studio that you could
You
rent
did
out.
tell me about
Yeah,
that.
like you could rent it out, and you could also rent cameras too.
Rent cameras.
Yeah, like when I was doing the tour, it had this guy. He was obviously a high schooler. He looked young, and he was like really excited when he saw the film. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute!" And like my friend was like saying, like he's like into film, and like what I just told you, like you could rent out stuff.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
She was like telling his parents, and you know they were like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for telling me." Like now we know, you know.
Now he knows he can do his little movies.
He was like really excited. Also, when you go to Montclair at the end of the tour, they have their mascot, right? But it's like in a statue form.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot what their name was, but you rub their beak or you take a picture of them, and it basically means like good luck.
Really? Oh, that's
Also,
cute.
when you rub their beak, it's known that you would pass your like midterms and finals.
Really?
Yeah, so like I was like, okay, let me rub this beak
you take a
because I
picture?
need it. I didn't take a picture.
Oh, damn.
I mean, they were like for your first days and stuff. People take like pictures, you know, and
That's
stuff with
cute,
it.
yeah.
You know, for the first day, for like good fortune for the semester and
Right,
stuff.
right.
So obviously, I'll be doing that when I get there next year.
Trying to
It's
pass all those
called
classes.
manifesting, guys. Just keep saying you're gonna go, and then you'll be there. I have this one way of manifesting. I buy stuff, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start YouTube. right? So I was like, I'm going to get a camera, but I didn't have any money for a camera yet, right?
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to get like this SD card reader, right? So I have that before I got my camera. So I was like, that's me basically manifesting that I'm going to have a camera like by the end of like the year. Like no matter what, I'm going to get it, right?
Exactly.
Remember that whole story I told you about me selling the camera?
Did. Yeah.
So like I ended up selling the camera, period. And I was like, I sold it for like $400. And I was like, oh my God, the camera that I wanted was like $500. So I was like, how am I going to get it? You know?
Yeah.
And I would always look on Best Buy to see if they have like a sale. And one day, magically,
it was on sale.
It was on sale for $400, $399.99.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh my God. I told the guy to like sell my sister the other $200 because he gave me the $200 in cash. And I was like, okay, Monique, I'm going to give you these $200 in cash. And this guy's going to sell you $200. And you're going to buy me you're going to buy the camera for me, right? Because I don't have money. So I ended up getting the camera. That was like basically manifestation. Like I actually got the stuff that I wanted to start YouTube. Another manifestation that I did. Okay, so I really wanted an iPad.
Oh, okay. Right?
Because I wanted to do like digital art, you know? And one of my uncles, oh my God, I have a story for this uncle also. Oh my God, yes, okay. Okay, one of my uncles, he was like, what do you want for Christmas, right? And I was like, an Apple Pencil, right?
Right.
And I was like, I didn't even have an iPad.
So you just got the Apple Pencil first, and then...
Yeah, I just got the Apple Pencil first, and I was like, honestly, we just snowball it. If I don't get it, I don't get it. If I get it, I get it.
Right.
Yeah, so I ended up getting an iPad for like around my birthday. And yeah, that's me, man.
It just works out, right?
Yeah, it just works out. Like if you like get something so small for like the big thing that you actually want, and you're gonna actually end up getting it.
Right.
Like that was a different type of manifestation.
Yeah. No, because it works though. Because in your back of your head, it's like, okay, now I need this iPad.
Like,
now.
yeah, you need it. You don't know how you're gonna get it.
Right.
You know, but in like universal wise, it will somehow work out, you know? Yeah, but you have to be like, you yourself, don't just like wait for the universe to give you a sign. You also yourself have to like look into it, like do stuff, you know, like
you have to be like proactive.
Yeah, proactive. You got to keep like looking. Like I kept looking for like I kept going on Best Buy to see if they had a sale. I kept going on like Best Buy to see if they had like an iPod on sale. It wasn't even on sale low key because it still ended up being $1,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or like a regular iPad or the Pro?
It was the Pro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Pro iPad 12, I think. Yeah, I got that big ass iPad.
Huge,
yeah, period. Yeah, I mean, she only does the bigger the better. Yeah, it was, but Also, the Apple Pencil was like $89. Okay. It was on sale.
What?
For Christmas, yeah. I tell y'all.
That's crazy.
Everything
worked out for you. Like
yeah, it does.
The camera, the iPad, everything.
The pencil, every single
insane.
thing, bro. I even got like a memory card for the camera before I even got my camera.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like honestly, like take it from me. If you want to know how to manifest, that's how you manifest for real.
To be honest, I do the same thing. Maybe not with like the manifestation in mind, but it's like I always do that too. Whereas like, okay, I know I need, for example, if I want to do my own podcast like outside of this, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of buying this first, I'll buy like the microphone first.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, okay, so now I have a microphone. Now I definitely need the thing.
Yeah, like you're basically like forcing yourself to get it.
Yeah, forcing myself in that mindset, like, okay, I do have to get this thing eventually. Mm-hmm. And then I do that for everything, like for cameras too. I'm doing the same thing. Like, I have the SD cards, you know, I have the lenses.
Yeah, you got everything. You're gonna get everything. Right. Like you just start off small, guys, right? And then you go up from there.
I actually want to talk to you about something because you mentioned digital art before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you this, but I'm planning on doing like my own like manga comic book thing.
Ooh.
Because I had a script writing class last semester.
Yeah.
And I was reading the script and I'm like, okay, maybe this could be a good movie, but since it's like a superhero kind of thing, a manga or a comic.
Oh yeah, it would work. Yeah,
it would be a lot better. So I don't know if you like know any about any programs or anything, but you know like Adobe Fresco or like Illustrator?
Oh yeah, okay. So I use Procreate on my iPad.
Procreate, okay.
Yeah, Procreate. It's a good It's good money, well spent money. Also, it's a known rule. When you get an iPod, you have to get Procreate. It's not even, you have to get it.
Necessary, like automatic.
Must get it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not like an automatic app that comes on your phone, but like you have to buy it.
You have to get it.
You have to buy it. Like, honestly, just buy it.
Is there like specific things for like mangas and stuff, or?
So I don't really know anything about mangas, but do you know Korex Kenshin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out with a manga. And he does not know how to draw, but he had like his own, like he built his own team, you know, to like, he came up with like a storyline and everything, and like he got people to like draw it for him.
Because that's what I was thinking about doing too. I'm like, if my drawing really is that bad, I really can't figure it out. Like, I might just have somebody help me draw the things.
Yeah, you could like get help, you know?
Yeah.
You could like, I guess, pay someone to like just make like a 2-page, 3-page of like one part of the script, and if you like it, you know, like.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. Or like collaboration, like maybe some I draw and some they draw.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah.
I don't know much about like programs and stuff. I mostly just use like Procreate to draw stuff. Like that's all I use. I have like I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I use, honestly.
Okay.
I would recommend.
You recommend Procreate.
To get it. I said I was gonna tell y'all about my uncle.
Oh
my god, yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, let's get back to that real quick.
So so my uncle, he is.
Oh Lord, here we go.
He gives this vibe.
What kind of?
A creepy vibe.
Oh God.
Yeah,
right.
he's the creepy uncle.
Creepy.
Yeah.
But like, how creepy? Like, are we going to like inappropriate territory?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all some stories, okay?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, okay. This is my first time actually saying it out in the open because I only ever told like friends or anything, and I don't. Yeah, but whoever's listening, okay, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all if anyone is being inappropriate with you and they're older than you, please tell someone. Don't hide it because I hid it. You know, I didn't want to ruin anything. I'll tell y'all the whole story.
That's
okay?
crazy.
Yeah. So he was like leaning back. He was ready to hear the story.
I was like, whoa.
David was ready. He was like, okay.
This is tea.
This is tea because my aunt doesn't know. I still haven't told my aunt this. My mom either.
What?
Yeah, I haven't told them. Okay, so he is basically like known for being like the creepy uncle, but like my aunt, she basically said that she doesn't get that vibe from him when we found out something, right? But
snap.
yeah. So a few times, you know, I would like just like shrug it off because I was like, okay, he's like not actually gonna like act on his words or whatever, you know?
Right.
Because I was like, I'm just saying like he's just saying these things, but it's like he's not actually gonna do it.
Right.
You know? Anyway, so one time I was in the car with him and he basically kept like bringing his face close to me. Cause like we were like getting like he would buy food for us and stuff, you know. Like he was like willing to buy us stuff, you know. Like he would make jokes and be like, we're like his second kids or whatever, you know. Like me and my sister, but he was more inappropriate with me. Yeah. Snap. So he would like try to like lick my ears and stuff.
Whoa.
When we were in the car, like he tried to do it. And I was like, oh, I'm taken. Right. Yeah. You know, like my relationship with my ex was a secret, so my aunt and stuff didn't know it. So like he knew because he wouldn't snitch. He ain't a snitch, you know. So yeah, I was like, yeah, guy, like I'm talking to someone, like I'm a loyal person. I would never ever like even consider cheating. Like that's not on the table, sir. Sorry, you would never get anything from me. And
but not even that's your uncle on top of that.
Yeah, my thing is he's not actually my uncle. Oh. He's like my aunt's friend, but I call him uncle for like respect. Because like I don't just call him by his name because like in Trinidad basically like you call like your mom's friends like uncle or like auntie.
Oh, I heard about that.
You know, unless they don't want you to call them that, you could respect them and like just call them by their name. But like but I just say like uncle. You
just call them
I just call him uncle, yeah. So sorry guys, we're not related. Okay, so don't worry. This is not I
thought that was like
it's not an incest thing. I'm so sorry. I should have put context. Context into that. Honestly,
just a little.
I should have said that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. Okay. So that was one thing that he did. Another thing that he did. He was like, okay, like I asked him if he could buy me food, guys. I was taking advantage of this. Okay, like he was willing to buy me food and stuff.
That's
so yeah.
crazy, right.
Anyways, yeah. So he bought me food once, and I went outside and like I got the food and was like, thank you, whatever, And then he kept looking down at the chest area.
What?
Yeah, my fault for not wearing a bra. Honestly, I should have known. Yeah, honestly. But when I left, he like called and he was like, "Oh, it looks good." He said like it looked good or whatever, right?
What?
And there was this another thing that he did where he was like, I would always joke and be like, "Oh, I do anything for money. Like I love money and like I always want money and whatever, right?"
Yeah,
but I'd be like, I'm not actually gonna do anything for money. I'm just saying that, right? So he's like, so we were on a call once, and he was like, "Oh my god, I wish the update where you could like record calls was a thing."
Oh,
but
okay,
anyways, yeah. But he was like, "Oh, you said that you would do anything for money, right?" And I was like, "LOL, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends." And he was like, "Okay, like, would you send me a picture of your boobs for like $100?" Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Jail immediately.
Yeah, so I was of age, guys. But my thing is, it's just like
it's still creepy.
It is creepy because it's like I'm obviously like denying, like I don't want to do anything at all, And also, I think I was like 18, 19 when these were new. Like I just came out. Like I could be legal now. Like I'm now legal. You know? Yeah, but
it's still like a touchy subject because at the same time, it's like. Yes, maybe like 18, 19, you're still considered an adult.
Yeah.
But there's still a boundary there,
Yeah,
you're
it's still
kind of young.
You're now like getting out of like.
Right. And you still have a little like child, not child.
Yeah.
Little child.
I know what you mean. Like you're still like, you're not mature yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're still not like in adulthood.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a little,
Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, he was so persistent in me giving him like news of like my boobs. Like, yeah, he would always ask. He'd be like, "Oh my god, like you want to send it? You can make like a fast $100 right there." And I'm like, no, I won't do that. No, like yeah, and also another thing that he did. I was home alone with him. He was fixing one of our bathroom downstairs, and he was like painting. He was painting our bathroom, right? And at one time, I was like, I don't want to like leave him there, like seem like he was like a worker. So I was like, I'm just gonna keep him company, right? So I was just standing up there, and I was like wearing a sweater. And he was like, can I put my head under your sweater?
What?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, and I was like, no,
I would have kicked him right in the face.
And yeah, he was like, just like raise your sweater. I could just, put my head on your sweater. I was like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Insane.
No. Yeah. So,
but the boldness though to just ask
yeah,
you for something
to just
like
say that. So
right.
my thing, guys, is that he never acted on his word. He never fully like actually just like assaulted me out of nowhere. It's just he would just say things and it would make me uncomfortable.
Right.
And my thing is, I didn't say anything to anyone because I didn't want to. Like, that's my aunt's friend.
Yeah.
And they have like, that's not her only friend. She also have other friends that's friends with him also. So it's like a whole like dynamic thing. Like they're like her old time friends, you know.
Right. So
and for me, being like a child, like I'm not a child, but like, I was like, I didn't want to ruin her like relationship with like her friends and ruin like a whole dynamic because like it's gonna cause like drama. Definitely. And when I would tell like a friend this, I told like he was the only person I told at the time. I didn't want to tell anyone because I was like scared.
Of course.
But he was like, call the police or whatever. Like tell the police this, and I'm like, I don't have proof that he did this. I'm just like, it's just a story.
Right.
It's like I'm just telling you that he did this, but like he could deny it. Because he was like, he has no proof of like him actually doing these things.
That sucks.
And I was like, they're not gonna believe me. Like my words over him, like they're not gonna believe a single thing that I say.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to say anything, and then it's gonna cause drama. It's gonna be like a whole like a breakup between the group, and I didn't want that to be my fault, because I don't want people to be like, oh, Cassie did this, like she's the reason why we don't have like these things anymore. Like I didn't want that to be my fault, so I didn't say anything, right? And I also didn't know how my aunt would respond to that. I'm not saying that she's not going to believe me, but it's just like, I think of every outcome as the worst. So it's like, I could tell her right now, and I'd just be like, she'd probably be like, why are you lying? She'd be like, why are you now saying this when you could have told me like a while ago, you know?
Yeah,
But I was a scared girl. I was scared. I didn't want to
told her
tell
to this day, or?
No, I haven't told her. I was like really scared. Like, my thing is, right, it's just learn from me, guys. Don't listen to me. Actually tell a grown adult.
No, yeah, don't ever be afraid to like speak up about it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
don't ever be afraid, and it's never your fault.
It's never
for
your
something
fault.
like this happening to you. Okay, like never blame yourself, even if you
Right.
think it's gonna ruin like a dynamic between like your parents and like their friends. Just know that you have your own boundaries, and you were putting it out, and they weren't listening, and you need to tell them.
Exactly.
You know, yeah. And my thing is that it recently came out like around last year that he assaulted a girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was like younger than me, and I was like legal.
Right.
Like he could have done anything to me, and I was like, I didn't think he even had it in him. He basically licked her ears. Yeah, and she told her parents, and like, oh my god, it was like a whole big thing. And like my aunt told us, right? We went into her room, and she was like, okay, guys, like he did this to this girl, and I was like, oh my god. I said I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised because everybody knew that he had like a creepy vibe to him.
Right,
Even my sister, like my friend who met him like once or twice, she was like, yeah, he had that vibe. He was creepy. He was giving like a creepy vibe. He was like flirting with my friend's sister.
That's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, he had like a weird vibe to him, and my aunt was like, oh, I wasn't getting that vibe off of him. I'm like, wow, you have no.
That's what I don't like about certain people, because, you know, when it comes to people that they know or people that they're like close to,
Yeah.
they start making excuses for them, and they start denying for them.
Yeah. She wasn't like denying it. She more, which was really confusing. She said she felt bad for him, but she felt like she's sad that he was like this type of person. Like she felt bad that he was doing this. But why would you feel bad for a pedophile?
Right.
You know?
Why would you feel bad for someone?
Yeah. So I'm like, don't make any excuses for him. He decided to do this on his own.
Right. So if he gets in trouble, that's on him.
Yeah. And when she told us this, when I said that I wasn't surprised, she said, why did he do anything to you? And I said no. And yeah, and I was like, after that, it was so hard to actually say it out loud, because it was like, why am I now saying this when like I could have said it like a long time ago? They're gonna be like, then why didn't you say anything? You should have said something, you know? And I'm like, I didn't want to like ruin anything. Like,
Right.
I have my reasons, you know, and people would be like, it makes no sense to not say anything. And I understand, but it's like when you're in the moment, when things like that happens, it's really hard to like say it out loud to like someone who's actually important to you and who knows that they would actually take things seriously. Like she would take it seriously, you know. She would probably be like, oh, well, we have to tell your mom that this happened, you know, like I didn't want it to go that way. I didn't want to bring police into this. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to make it like a big deal, because he didn't actually do anything. He didn't actually assaulted me. He just said like words. And I didn't think it as like, it's a part of me. I didn't think it was like actual assault. I don't think it was like assault, but I mean,
in that moment, you just, you know, you thought that you weren't gonna get any like backup because it was only words.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like a big deal.
But for anybody listening, just so everybody knows, even words are a form of assault. If they are talking to you a certain way, even if they haven't touched you yet, you still got to speak up, because it's very important, because that's how it starts. You know what I mean? It starts with little jokes, quote unquote jokes. Yeah. But then it leads into other stuff. Yeah. And that's when, you know, you kind of have to start like standing up for yourself a little bit and putting yourself in a position where, okay, it's tricky. Yeah. Because like you said, like there's a lot of times where you feel like it's going to like open a can of worms and you don't want that. Yeah. But, you know, for your own safety, sometimes it's better to just, you know, take a deep breath and just go for it. Say what you got to say. Tell her who you need to tell. And, you know, get the help that you need in that moment. Yeah. But don't think any less of it. It is considered assault. Right. Very much. Okay, guys. Learn from me, okay? I still haven't told her, and I should get scolded for that. And I know I should tell her, but me's too scared. But you know something? I also believe that it's your right to talk about it whenever you think.
Yeah, when I'm ready.
Yeah, so because it's one of those things where it's like you can't force it. You know, it's obviously something that made you very uncomfortable, and you don't know when and where is the right time. So it's whenever you know, you gain that confidence and you're able to like let it go a little bit.
Yeah.
That's on you. That's whenever you're ready to actually like talk about it and get it out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. After I found out that he did that to that girl, and I know her too, and she's like really sweet and she's nice, and it's like,
wow.
To even think that she would lie is crazy, because it's not the first time that a girl around that friend group lied that someone assaulted them.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I was like, she's a kid. She's not gonna lie,
Right.
But after that, his wife was like, my husband would never do something like that, like she was defending him. I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Also, what the heck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when I found out that he did that, I ghosted him. Like I didn't even text him. I was like, wow, you did that to a child. I'm not texting you. Even after that came out, he kept calling me, and I don't know why he was calling me for. I don't think like the police even like contacted him at that time, but he kept calling me nonstop. And I was like, people were like, oh my God, just block him. I'm like, I can't block him. He's gonna know that I know that he did this. Right. And like, we're not supposed to let him know that,
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna like
make
it out of my hands. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you. Like, don't talk to me. Like, I have few encounters with him after that whole situation, and like we had to pretend like everything was normal or whatever because we didn't want to make it uncomfortable, the environment uncomfortable for people, because like he lives in the same place with one of my other uncles, one of my other aunt's friend. So yeah, live in the same building as him.
This is back in Trinidad, or this is over here?
Here, it's here.
This is over here.
Yeah, he lives here, guys. He lives here. Yeah, so it's all in this state.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, yeah. I should have said it was here. I need to give context. I don't give context, bro. Like that's a huge problem.
Don't worry, we'll find the police.
Yeah.
We'll send the FBI right over.
Yeah, they I don't know. He got away with it. Yeah, he did. Honestly, like it's sad. It's sad that
it is sad.
Like that yeah, they said they couldn't even do anything about it. Honestly, which I'm assuming I didn't get that much information out of it, but yeah. Like, he's still, like, roaming around.
Oh, hell no. You see, that's what I don't like, right? When it comes to these kind of cases, they always wait until they actually do something horrible to do something about it. And I'm like, if the signs were there, the signs were everywhere.
Yeah, like,
this guy was crazy. That's the chance to do something about it in that moment. But because he hasn't done nothing, so quote unquote, that bad, then they just let it go, like, as if nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's when it gets that bad, because now he thinks he can push a little further every time. And when he does something actually horrible, it's too late. He already did it.
Yeah.
You could have stopped him a long time ago.
It's unfortunate. It's really sad that stuff like this happened. Let's change it to a lighter note. We don't want to keep it depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was very important to talk about.
Yeah, it was very important. It's like a subject.
Said,
yeah, to all girls or boys that got assaulted by someone, you need to tell growing adult.
Definitely.
Doesn't matter. Even if you're an adult, talk to our police, even if it doesn't have, or, do it on your own time, just like me. Right. Don't do it on your own time at the same time. Okay.
Just make sure you say something.
Yeah, just make sure,
tell
and make sure you're safe.
And make sure you're always safe, right? We got resources for you guys. There's resources everywhere. Always call somebody, call a number if you have to. If you don't feel comfortable telling your immediate family, you can always call some number, some support group. Yeah. And you'll find help, trust me.
Definitely.
But the important thing is that you find help.
Yes.
Because I remember I had a similar conversation with this. It wasn't the same thing, but I remember I did talk to Samantha, the girl that does Stay in Your Lane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When I was on her podcast, I told her about my drug abuse in the past, and how in that time I didn't want to look for help. How I wanted to keep down that path, because when you're in that moment, right, when you're so low like that, you feel like you find comfort in it for some reason. You weirdly, and toxic. It's very toxic mindset, but like you find comforting saying that because you think, well, this is all I have right now.
Yeah.
So in my case, it was like drugs. Like it was the only thing I had in that moment that made me feel better. I was going through a lot of things, so the only thing made me forget was that. So then I remember after a couple years, I finally I didn't find it. I never found help, but people around me were like, "You need help. Like we need to get you something." Mm-hmm. And after fighting with them a while, I finally caved in and I was like, all right, I'll get help, whatever. I don't want to keep doing this anymore. It's been like 2-3 years and I was still on like that road. So I went to rehab. I was locked up for a couple weeks. But yeah, I finally got the help I need. I had to slowly integrate back into society as a.
That's good.
Yeah, and I grew and I decided to get my education again.
You should be proud of yourself.
I was, yeah, I definitely was. As soon as I realized I was over it, that I didn't need that anymore. Because it was hard. Getting off of it was, that type of stuff was hard.
Yeah.
So once I finally, broke free out of that, and I was like, okay, I don't need it. And I finally was able to, be myself without drugs. Then I was like, okay, now I'm doing better now.
It is hard to get out of an addiction. I understand what it feels like.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
This conversation went somewhere else.
You only went so deep. How did we get to this? Oh, because I talked about my creepy uncle. Yeah.
Hey, look, we trauma bond here.
Yeah, trauma bond.
That's crazy. But on a lighter note, how's class?
Oh my God, class is great.
Class is great. You ever seen that thing where because what I'm trying to say. Like you watch a creepy video or something. Yeah. You get too creeped out, so then afterwards you start watching. Yeah, you watch
cartoon. My favorite is to watch Bob's Burger. Yeah, I watch it to sleep. It's not even funny. Like I just hear the theme song. Yeah. I feel safe. Yes.
That's what I do too. Like I used to watch creepypastas a lot when I was younger. Creepypastas?
I think I know them.
You know creepypastas?
I think it's two guys that talk.
There's people that do podcasts about it or shows
about someone else.
But creepypastas are basically just like those internet stories that are scary. Like, Slender Man and Jack the Ripper.
But I love scary stuff.
Really?
Yes. I don't get scared.
Really?
No.
I do. I used to get really scared. Not anymore because now that I understand a little better that it's not real. Yeah. But back in the day when I was really into them, I used to get so scared. Like, if I used to read about a killer or something, I used to be scared that they're peeking in my window. I used to be like, no, don't look.
Okay, yeah, actually, when I was younger, I was horrified of Chucky.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Please, I'm embarrassed. I'm younger me. I would always see a picture, back then we used to have a bunch of CDs. Yeah. They had the CD for Chucky. One of my dad's friends had a CD for Chucky. Yeah. And it looked so creepy at that age. It was so creepy. Yeah. So I would just turn it around so I don't have to keep, because it kept staring at me and I kept staring at it and I'm like, oh my God, this is so unsettling. Yeah. And then recently, I saw a guy, right? Not recently, but back when I was in high school, I saw a guy was watching a clip from Chucky, and I was like, "This is Chucky. This is Chucky. This is not scary. What the heck? It's funny. It's basically a horror comedy. What the heck is this?" I'm like, I was so scared for what?
I know.
You know?
When I was younger, because you just reminded me since you brought up Chucky, my parents used to have a doll, right? Oh God. And I was never scared of it until I started watching scary movies more often. Yeah. And then that's when I started thinking, I'm like, what if that doll does the same thing to me? So after that, then I started looking at that doll like a monster. I'm like, I didn't want to look in my direction. Because it used to be in the same, okay, so my room was here. Yeah. And then there was a door, and then outside the door was a little stand where the doll was.
Oh God.
So every time I looked at the door and I saw the little doll peeking at me, I would A, close the door, or B, I would turn the doll around so it stops looking at me.
Oh my God. Have you ever had the, ghost encounters? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, okay. Let's get into it really quick.
Oh, yes.
Because now that you bring that up, I promise you, I swear on my life, I used to live in a haunted house.
Oh my God.
I swear this house has something in it. I don't know what, a demon, ghost, spirit, whatever. Yeah. There was something in that house.
Oh my God.
So one story I like to tell because my brother pissed me off one day, right?
Okay.
So me and my brother were both in the kitchen in this house. I was on the sink side of the kitchen.
Okay.
He was on the other side where the garbage was. So he was throwing something out. And then out of nowhere, he just screams. Oh. He jumps. He's like, ah, like something like that. So I'm over here on this side, and he's looking at me like, why would I do that? I'm like, why would I do what? He's like, you literally jumped on my shoulders, and you said something to me.
What?
I'm like, that's impossible. I'm all the way on this side, mind you. Like, say this is the kitchen. I'm over here. He's over there.
Was there like an island separating the two of you?
It was like a straight thing. Like, for example, like this is the sink, the oven, the stove, all that.
Okay, yeah.
And then the garbage is all the way at the end.
Whoa.
So he was on that side. So he jumps and he says that, why would you do that? You scared me. You literally jumped on my back and everything. I'm like, no, that's impossible. And I'm looking. Nobody jumped on your back. He's like, I literally felt that. And I thought he was just being like, because he was a bully too.
Oh,
so he used to bully the hell out of me. So I thought he was just doing that to mess with me.
Yeah.
Until like a month later, same thing happens to me. I'm throwing something out because I used to have cats, so I used to throw out the litter box.
Yeah.
So I was throwing that out, and then the same thing that he said happened to me. Somebody grabbed my shoulders. They were like, "Hey, kid." I was like,
"Oh my god!"
I was like, "Excuse me," and I look around.
What? Were you home alone?
No, my mother was in the living room, but she was in the living room. Like she didn't get up or nothing, and there was a man's voice. So it couldn't have been my mother.
Why is he always coming for you guys at the bin?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what? I was like, what? I'm like, why at the garbage?
It's not as... Okay. Why are you just saying, hey, kid, you got something else to say?
Right. Like, tell me what you want.
What
like,
if he was... I think he was just honestly wanted to scare you guys.
Probably.
If I was a ghost, I'd want to scare you too. I'd want to be like... I'd be a bitch. I'd scare you.
Right. Like,
yeah.
You don't want my soul? Like, what?
Yeah.
You want to drag me to hell? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you just doing that?
Yeah. I'd want to be friends with my ghost. Like, give me the tea.
Right.
What's the afterlife like?
Imagine you just sit there, you just have a conversation with the ghost.
Yeah.
You take out the Ouija board, you just like,
and he could,
what's up?
You heard him too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So like he could have had like a full-on conversation with you.
That's what I'm saying. It was crazy. He was like, hey, kid. And I was like.
Did your brother say what he said to him?
He didn't tell me. He just said that somebody jumped and says something like, hey, I guess. I think probably the same thing. But he didn't tell me what he said. He just said, oh, somebody, because he thought it was me. So he said, oh, you jumped on my shoulders and you said something to me. And I screamed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
And then it doesn't stop there.
Oh, more.
It gets worse.
Oh, God.
So there's nights where we had a TV in the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, guys.
She's like, oh, no, the ghost is here.
This guy got so scared. He saw my expression. I went horror.
Right. Oh.
He made this noise, and I was like, what the f*** is that?
And it's that noise you hear in the movies, too.
Yes, I was like, what? Did it come to us? Like, I'm sorry for talking about you.
Right, that's right.
Okay, continue.
But yeah, so that was funny. But so the TV was always off in the kitchen, right? Except at night. All the lights turn off, everybody goes to sleep. TV automatically turns on.
Oh, wait, they're trying to watch something?
I guess so. I don't know, they're trying to watch the news, I guess. But yeah, they would turn the TV on, I guess. And then the TV would go on, and then it just does this thing where it's like on and off. On and off.
Bro, he's messing with y'all, bro. He was just trying to scare y'all for real.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't think he wants us in here.
Yeah, no, he was trying to scare y'all. Yeah.
And then it was that. And then one more thing I remember. It was a dream that I had, but it was a very weird dream.
Whoa.
So I wake up and I'm a kid, right? Mm-hmm. So in my dream, I'm going to the mirror and I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm staring at myself. And for some reason, it doesn't look really like me, but it does look like me. But not
okay, yeah.
So I'm looking and I'm staring. And then all of a sudden, like, I take my hand and I start ripping my face off.
My God.
In the dream. And
yeah, I figured.
So I start ripping the face off, and like as I'm ripping my face off, I'm laughing like crazy.
Oh.
Like I'm laughing maniacally. Like I'm ha 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 ha, like ripping my face.
That could be a scary short story.
Right?
Oh, you should do that for a film.
For a film, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Take this story and then it haunts me for the rest of my life. But yeah, so I was like, that had to have been something with that. Whatever that was in the house, it has something to do with that, because I wouldn't just have a dream about me ripping my face off.
Yeah, and laughing.
And laughing about it. So yeah, and then there was voices I would hear at night whispering when I'm trying to sleep, especially when I couldn't sleep. Because when I was a kid, I still have it now, but as a kid, I had like really bad insomnia. So there was nights I just didn't sleep.
Yeah, that's me right now. I can't sleep.
That's crazy. So if I was up that night, all the lights were off because my parents did not want the light on at all at night. So I would just be in the bed and I just hear like the whispering, like, hey, like somebody like, hey, come here. It was stuff like that, and I never said anything. I just left it alone because I was just like, I'm too scared to actually investigate.
Yeah,
like,
I would be too scared.
And then I would tell my parents, and then my parents would be like, you're just imagining things, you know, you're a kid, you just do whatever. What? So I was like, okay, so I'm schizophrenic is what you're telling me. But yes, I would just like leave it alone, and then things would get a lot worse from there. And I think because before that after that we moved to another place. I think something latched onto me because I was having constant night terrors in the new house. Oh. And then my parents thought it was because we moved and everything. I was trying to get used to a new whatever. But it was a constant like thing, and I always had this feeling of being grabbed. Like I always felt like pressure here, pressure on my legs. Until one day I couldn't take it anymore, and I was crying like crazy. Yeah. And I told my parents, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Somebody's grabbing me. I feel like somebody's like trying to grab hold on me. Here's where it gets crazy, right? They get the church involved.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
They get the church involved. Like some pastor comes over, some lady comes over with some water, some things, and they're over here trying to like, I haven't listened. Were
they like throwing like
holy water in the air?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
What is going on? Like I'm just like so terrified right now. So then like as they're doing like whatever to me, right? They're putting the holy water on me, like they're putting the cross like that. I don't know if they used to do this in the Caribbean, but where my family's from, they take an egg and they rub the egg on you for like luck or like to get rid of the spirits.
I know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. I don't think we do that.
You know,
I mean, I think some people do it though.
Some people do it.
Yeah, because
I think it just depends on the person.
Yeah, it's known that people do like voodoo in Trinidad. Yeah.
So then we used to take the egg and then they were doing that, and then the egg was from our fridge, right? And all of our eggs, every time we cooked breakfast, it never came out like nothing weird. When they did this egg, they opened it was red.
Oh my god!
It was red, and the whole thing we were like surprised because they didn't bring it themselves. We saw them take it from our fridge, and we cook those eggs every day. We never seen that happen. So when they do this weird little ritual and they're spraying holy water and they're rubbing me with all this crap, and then they take the egg, they break it, and it's red. And I was like, oh my god, like, was I really like the devil or something? Like, what is happening? And then my mother was like, oh my god, like my son. And I was like, I don't know what's happening
That's
here,
so
but
funny.
I blame all you guys. You guys didn't listen to me back in the other house.
Yeah, they didn't listen. What the heck?
Right. And then that happened. And then from that day forward, nothing.
Oh.
From that day forward, I didn't feel no night terrors no more. I stopped having that night terrors. No more nightmares. That feeling that I had of being like held was gone.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I was like mind blown. I was like, there's no way all this just happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I only had like I did tell you that I had sleep paralysis.
Oh, it's sleep
paralysis. Yeah, sleep paralysis. It's so annoying.
Right.
I would never wish I wouldn't even want my worst enemy to go through that, honestly.
I would.
Or maybe.
It depends on how bad it depends on what they did to me.
Yeah, true.
If they really messed me up that bad, you getting sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
I'm wishing that for you.
Yeah, I hope you get it.
I'll be your sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, I'll be your sleep paralysis demon. Right. I hope I haunt you the rest of your life. I hope you see me in the corner. Like in your room.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling, just staring.
Just doing you just filing your nails.
Yeah, like putting on my lip gloss. Putting on my
I can just imagine.
eyelash.
I see you that. Yeah. Like if you were a spirit, I can see you actually doing that.
Yes, I would actually I'd be checking my nails. Right. I'd be putting on my mascara, checking myself, making sure I look cute as a ghost,
That's so funny.
I have to look pretty. I can't be a ghost and look bomb as hell.
Right, you have to actually, it's forever, so you have to
forever. Like I have now that I have to look good every day now, honestly.
Right, because I'm never gonna leave.
Come on now.
I used to hate having sleep paralysis. I still do have it, but I hate when I get it because I think there's a lady. When you say that we have sleep paralysis, you hallucinate.
Yeah.
You hear things. I see a lady.
Yeah.
And she has a white dress on, long black hair, like typical ghost stuff. But it's exactly how she looks like. And I see her every time I get sleep paralysis. I remember one time I called out to help me because I was like, I was all stuck in one.
You need to get a camera so you can see what you look like, please. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so I was like this, and I was like, "Yo, help! Like, do something! Don't just stand there and haunt me. Like, help!"
What did she do?
Nothing. She just looked at me. She just stared at me.
What the heck?
That's all she does is stare at me. Every time I get it, she just stands there. Or like one day, she was actually like up in my face. She was like this.
Oh, that's scary.
I was like, "Oh my god, please tell me I'm not haunted." But I think it was just like hallucinations, probably.
Yeah, it's just, you know, and then you wake up and you're like, oh my god.
Right. I'm like, what the actual hell just happened?
Yeah, what? It's so scary, honestly.
I hate sleep paralysis.
It's so scary.
No, what I hate about it though is that if you feel like you're about to die because like at one point you feel like something's squishing you.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling.
And it's like you can't, oh my god, it's like you can't move at all. It's so like, when did this conversation turn into like
I know
a scary, creepy conversation?
Right? We were supposed to make it light and then we turned into this.
Yeah, we turned into like ghost talk now. I don't think I ever encountered a ghost.
I think I have, man. I think it.
I mean, you did.
I did.
Someone said, "Hey, kid."
Yeah.
In your ears, like what the
and
heck?
I put that on my life. Like you could ask God. Like I heard, "Hey kid," somebody, "Hey kid," and I was like, I jumped.
Oh, you know, I can say that there was this one time I was like home alone. Damn, I be home alone all the time. But there was this one time I was home alone when I was younger, and I remember I was like walking like past the door, right, and I saw like a black figure like just walk straight.
That's crazy.
It was just like straight, and honestly, that could just be like me being crazy because like, you know, when you like walk, you just see stuff at the side of your eye.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I was tripping, but it felt so real.
Really?
Like it was like it was just like a black blob, you know, tall, and just went
just
past.
Passing right by you. That's
yeah.
scary, yeah.
It was so scary, and I was like, oh. I looked, and I honestly just went about my day. Honestly, I didn't think anything of it.
That's all you know what they say. It's good to just ignore it because once you start accepting it, once you start like acknowledging it, that's when it comes back to you more.
Yeah.
Because it wants your attention. It wants you to be like, oh my god, a ghost. So if you ignore it, then it was just like it'll leave you alone.
I think they get like, maybe I would assume as excited that someone actually like acknowledges them and sees them.
Right, imagine. They're just attention whores, like attention seekers.
Yeah, they are. What the heck? I'd be an attention whore because, like, if you could see me as a ghost, I'd get excited. Be like, what the heck? Right. I want to have conversations with you. Like, talk to like people for me. You know.
Right.
Like that's what like mediums are for.
Oh, true.
You know, because like some of them could see, some of them could like feel their presence. You know, or like energy, or like they could like talk to them or something. Sometimes I feel like they low-key be lying.
Sometimes.
Some mediums.
Because some of them, like, they ask too many questions. And it's like, if you have to ask that many questions, it's because you don't know.
Yeah.
So
it's like if you just came out of nowhere, you know, and you just say, oh, I feel like a presence. He was your uncle?
Uncle?
He owned
Oh, yeah. And they give you, like, the most vague, like, the most obvious stuff. Like, oh, he owned a house.
Yeah. Like, but for this one, if they told me, like, oh, he owned, like a little tiny convenience store, or, like, if they told me that, I'd be like, holy you're actually legit. Because I'd be like, there's no way this random person could actually just come up to me and be like, oh yeah, I feel like he's right next. I'd be like, how did you know that one little information and I didn't even talk to you?
Right.
Didn't even talk to you. But for the ones that like are like obvious, they'd be like, oh yeah, he owned the house. You lived with him. Yeah, no. Obviously. I lived with my dad. Like, what? Yeah, of course.
Hello.
Like, what the heck? Like, come on, girl. Like, let's be more for real than that.
Do you like those shows, though? Do you watch them?
I don't watch it. But I do see, like, videos of, like, this guy. He was, like, driving a car, and he said he was a medium. And, like, people who would, like... Oh, he was, like, an Uber driver. And, like, people who he would pick up, he would, like, be like, oh, I feel like this one person. And there was this one girl who came into the car, and he was like, oh, it's really, like, stuffy in here. Like, I feel like a lot of energy. Like, it's, like, a lot of, like, stuff. He was like, what do you do for a living? She was like, oh, she work in a morgue.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, they were like, oh...
Course.
Yeah, that makes sense. And she was like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, like, of course I carry a lot of dead spirits around me.
Oh, hell no. Imagine you work in a morgue and they just all latch onto you.
They are. Like, you work there, like, you, like, do stuff with their bodies and stuff, you know, like, you
Yeah, I feel like you get like a little bit of that energy there.
Yeah, they're gonna like attached onto you. Honestly, they're gonna get attached to you.
Right, because they're like, oh, you're taking care of me.
Yeah, like you're touching my body. What are we?
Are we gonna kiss?
Yeah, like what is this, girl? Oh, you talking to other people?
We talking to other bodies?
What the heck? You're touching someone else? I thought we had something going on. What's wrong?
This conversation is crazy.
Yeah, for real. No, for real, bro. They're probably
what a season finale, y'all.
Yeah.
What a way to end the season.
Yeah. Such a weird compared to like the last one. This one is completely different from that one.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's
isn't that fun? How like conversations just like they go on and like you just don't know how like it changed from one to like another thing.
But that's a sign of a good conversation.
Yeah,
to be honest, if you keep going and but I'm telling you, you got to make your own podcast. I feel like you would do very great. I mean, obviously, if you want friends along, bring your friends too.
Yeah,
but I think you'd be really good at this.
I can't do it alone. I also don't know what I would name my podcast.
Just name it Cassie, the Cassie Show.
Should it be Yapper Session?
Yapper Session. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Yapper Session.
That's fun.
The Yapper Chronicles.
Oh yeah. Actually, let me just ask ChatGPT to give me a name.
Yeah, I do that. When I need names and stuff, like especially when I'm doing like short films and stuff, I actually ChatGPT for names.
Yeah.
And then I like to like mix them together. Like I'll take one.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, I like this. Maybe you could like interpret it into something else. Like like maybe like put these two words together. Let's see how it goes.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Maybe I could try. Maybe I can try it. I don't know.
You'll figure it out. Once you get your ideas down and you get what you want to talk about.
Yeah, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. I actually wanted to say something, but then I end up forgetting what I wanted to say. You see, like I have like, I like to be like Dory. Like I have short-term memory loss because like every time I forget, I'd be like, oh, sorry, I have short-term memory loss. I always quote Dory. Oh yeah, and when I went to Canada and I went to this where do you go to see fishes and stuff? Aquarium. Okay. Yeah. You see, I forget stuff. Anyways, yeah. I saw Dory, the fish, right? But I don't know what the name of the fish is. Me either. And what is so funny, right? We're all there, and everyone, even parents, are like, "Oh my God, it's Dory, it's Dory!" And I'm like, me and my sister were laughing because they were like, "Oh my God, everyone is calling this fish Dory."
We want to know the real name.
Yeah, but we're not even saying the actual name, and I feel so bad because it's like you say Dory and then you say Nemo. Oh, right? You didn't even say the dad's name. What the heck? Right. Why is it just Nemo? What happened to his dad?
You know what's funny? The dad was more of a main character than
Nemo. He was the main character. You barely even saw Nemo in there.
He was in the tank the whole time.
Yeah, like it was like Finding Nemo. It's more like his dad looking for Nemo.
Marvin looking for Nemo.
Yeah, like what the heck? That's like so come funny. On. Like it's him and Dory looking for Nemo.
It's him and Dory looking for I actually liked Finding Dory.
I loved Finding Dory.
You liked it? A lot of people didn't like it for some reason.
Really?
A lot of people told me they didn't like it, but I loved it.
I loved Finding Dory.
I think it was better than Finding Nemo.
The thing is, right, I also had a conversation about this with someone else. I said that The Incredibles 2 was better than the first one.
Me too, I feel the same
way. And I said, right, that how it's crazy because when Disney comes out with like second movies for the original, it's never good.
I know, right?
It's never good, but like nowadays, because like Moana 2, it was not good. I hated it.
Really? It
didn't even need a part 2.
I don't think it needed a part 2
You know,
either.
and spoiler alert, guys, Moana died and she turned into a goddess.
That's crazy.
But I hated it. Like, what the heck? Like, it didn't even need a part 2. Like, it ended on such a good note.
Right. The movie was good. The first one was good on its own.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I think they were just trying to milk it.
Yeah, it didn't need. Come on. Yeah. Like, I don't really like the second Frozen.
They didn't like it too much?
I didn't like the second Frozen. I think the first Frozen was just so iconic.
Really?
It's so
because
iconic.
The songs and everything.
Yeah, you know. But I mean, it have some like scenes from the second Frozen that was also iconic. I
did like when she froze.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I hated that song though. I hated that song.
Yeah, every time I was like, okay, let me give the second Frozen a chance, and then I'd be like, I would not pay attention.
Yeah.
But Incredibles 2 was so
Incredibles
good.
2 was so much better than the first one.
It was so much better. And because I love animation. I love like looking at the details and stuff. It was so much better, like the animation compared to like the first one. They did their stuff. They did their researches. They did like their like details for everything. It was
the animation was great. I think the story was a lot better too.
Also, she is so fine.
Oh, Miss Elastic, whatever.
Elastic girl. Don't flinch. She's so fine, bro. What the heck? He did his big one when he dated her, bro. He knew what he was doing when he married Elastic Girl.
Right.
Come on now.
He knew. Elastic Girl, come on now. That was.
Oh yeah, she's a baddie. Shut the front door. I can name a bunch of freaking like Disney girls here that I like Cassie from bro, I'm happy to say her name too, bro.
That's funny.
From Big Hero 6, like Aunt Cassie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love her.
That's crazy. I forgot about her completely.
She's so fine too.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I love Big Hero 6.
Really? A lot of people I know like it, but I haven't watched it. I know about it, but I haven't watched it.
What?
I haven't watched Big Hero 6 yet.
That is crazy.
I have Disney Plus now, so I'll probably put it on.
You need to watch Big Hero 6.
Really? It's really good?
Yes, I love Big Hero 6. It's so good.
Did you like Wreck-It Ralph?
And his brother was good. His brother was fine too.
Cassie like them all.
I would date them all, guys.
Did you like Wreck-It Ralph?
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Really?
I didn't watch the second one though.
You didn't watch the
Okay, I watched the second one, but I just didn't pay attention.
Because I know the second one, like they bring on all the
Disney princesses, yeah.
For some reason, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Because it's based like on video games and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it though.
I never watched either one.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You asked me. I thought you watched Wreck-It Ralph.
No.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, because at one point I thought I was too old to be watching Disney movies.
What?
But then like I recently started getting back into them.
You were never too old to watch Disney movies, bro.
Because like I started like getting nostalgic again, so I'm like, let me just watch a few.
Yeah.
And then that's when I saw Frozen too.
I watched Bolt.
Bolt was good.
I watched Bolt recently. I watched it back over. I love Bolt.
Bolt was cute. Yeah,
I love Bolt. I used to watch that movie when I was younger.
Oh, I thought you said you just watched it for the first time.
No. Oh. Please, I'm a freaking Disney fanatic. I used to watch every single Disney movie, bro. Do you know Minuteman?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Is that they're like sleeping?
It's like so you know how Disney Channel, right?
Yeah.
You know when Disney Channel used to come up with like movies and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Oh yes, I remember now.
Minuteman, right?
I remember now.
Yeah, I used to love.
Really?
And I used to have a crush on all of them. Yeah, I used to have a crush on them, and I'm gonna watch it again. Oh my god, Minuteman was so good.
I think that came out around the time I stopped watching Disney Channel.
Oh really?
So that came out like after, like, because I think the last Disney Channel show I watched was Good Luck Charlie.
Oh yeah, that was
Good
the
Luck
last
Charlie.
good Disney show.
And I think Livin' Maddie.
Oh no, I don't know if it was the last good Disney show. What was the last good Disney show that came out?
To me, it was Good Luck Charlie.
Good Luck Charlie. I used to watch. I'm currently rewatching Wizard of Waverly Place.
Oh yeah, did you like the spinoff? Did you watch the spinoff?
I love the spinoff. It's good. It's actually like really nostalgic.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. I thought I would have hated it, but like when I watched it, when it came out last year, I was like, wait, this is actually really good. Like, what the heck? I was like, this is like really nostalgic.
You know, they're bringing back a lot of shows.
Yeah, they are. But I really want them to like come up with like new stories.
New stories, right?
Yeah, like not just like spin-offs, to like OG stuff, you know?
I think it's the reason why they're coming up with spin-offs now is because they can't come up with a new story.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't have any.
Because the thing is, they've been running for so long. They've been doing the same kind of stories a lot. And like they repeat the same stories a lot.
They keep making like part 2s and like
right
spin-offs, you know? But yeah, Good Luck Charlie was good. I liked Hannah Montana. I loved Hannah Montana.
That was
like when you're watching these like sitcoms back over, it's so funny.
You know what's funny? They're funnier for a different reason. Because now that you're older, you get the sarcasm.
Yeah, like you understand it more. And for some reason, I'm like, why was I even watching this as a kid, bro? Like,
Right.
I did not get the sense of humor that good back then.
Right, yeah.
You know, and like it's way more funnier when you understand stuff.
And then
like,
things that were funny, they're not funny no more. But the things that you didn't laugh at, you're laughing at now.
yeah, you're laughing right now. I was watching Friends back over, and like, it was for some reason I was like, this show is actually really funny. This is actually really funny. Like, what the heck? And I was watching this movie with Keke Palmer and SZA.
Oh, One of Them Days.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I want to watch it.
You didn't watch it? It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix already?
Yeah, they put it on Netflix. I watched it. I laughed the
Really?
whole entire time. If I was a kid and I was like, and my parents was watching this, and I would like watch it with them,
Yeah.
you know, like in the corner somewhere, and they'd be laughing. I'd be like, what was so funny about that? Now I understand.
Now you understand.
It's hella funny, bro.
It's so
like,
funny.
what the heck? When you're like a grown adult and like you understand like
the
sexual jokes more, bro. It's like so funny. And
That is-
Keke Palmer, she's so funny. I love Keke Palmer.
Man, she's America's sweetheart, I think. Like, I think she's like...
She is. Don't mess with Keke.
Don't mess
I
with
love
Keke
Keke.
now.
That is so funny. The way Keke isn't even her name, bro.
I know, right? It's something else. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see right now. Hold on. We about to search this.
You about to fact check it, bro. What is it?
Because I remember she had an interview about it, too.
Yeah, she did talk about it.
Yeah,
She
she
said
was
she liked when people call her her.
Her real name,
Yeah.
yeah. Lauren is her name.
Oh, Lauren.
Kiana Palmer. So
Yeah.
that's what I guess Kiana really got Keke.
Yeah, Keke. That's
Because she said that it was like just people close to her that could call her Keke.
Keke, yeah.
Only, yeah. But then I think her manager or something heard that and she was like, "Oh, I like that as a stage
yeah.
name."
Keke Palmer is that was a good call.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Even though she doesn't
Palmer,
like it, but we love it.
Keke Palmer.
You ever seen her on Saturday Night Live?
On Saturday, she was on that.
A little while back, yeah. It was a couple years ago.
Well, I didn't see it.
But it was funny because you know that song Drake had, it was like Keke.
Oh yeah.
So she she did a skit on that, and then she was like, "I hate that song now because everybody keeps asking me if I'm Keke. Yes, I'm Keke. I'm just not that Keke."
Oh yeah, I did see
You
that
did see that?
video. Yes, that was so funny.
It had me dying.
I love that, bro.
Yeah, I love Keke Palmer. Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I have a confession.
Okay.
So last night, I went back into old habit.
It's okay.
I stalked my ex.
You what?
I stalked my ex.
Oh, stop.
What did you think I did?
We're not gonna mention what I thought you said, but you stalked your ex.
No, you need to tell me what you thought.
Off air. I'll tell you.
Okay,
You can't tell
okay.
you on here. You can't say it on here.
Okay, so I went. Okay. So I went to see what he posted because he posted something on his story, and I was like, okay, and I was like, I paused. I was like, oh wait, he's somewhere, right? Like it said it was like posted 2 hours ago or whatever, right? Oh my god, when I stalk people, like I stalk them so freaking
That's
hard. I
crazy.
go like.
But do you have anything that tells you where he's
Okay.
at? Like, you want to say?
Okay, so
You still have his location?
we don't. No,
Oh, okay.
he had my location.
Oh, he still has it.
No, he don't.
Oh, but he doesn't.
Because I deleted his number.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still have it now though. I have his number, but like, yeah. Anyways. But I was like, oh, okay, this statue looks kind of familiar, but I don't know where it is, right? So I was like, I went on ChatGPT. I said,
What?
okay, tell me where this place is, like whatever, based on like the picture, where does it look like, where it is.
What?
Yeah, they told me I was like based in like in New Jersey or New York, right?
That's crazy.
And then they gave me this place. I was like, no, that's not where it is, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, based by the statue that you're seeing, where is it? I found out. Because like after this is, and also guys, so listen, I am crazy. I'll say it. That's actually crazy. So when I realized that I could have found out where he was like a few hours ago, first of all, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, I'm not that crazy to the point where like, oh my god, I found out where he was. Let me go there and see if he's there. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have the energy to do stuff like that. But I was like, okay, I just wanted to know where he was.
I was gonna say you don't have energy, but you have energy to find out where.
Yeah, I had the energy to find out where he went. Yeah, and I was like, okay. So I said, oh, thanks.
Yo, FBI, CIA, if you need somebody,
Hit me up.
you got your next employee.
Yep. So I was like, okay. So after they told me this place, I said, okay, I went on Google Maps and I was like looking to see till I saw that statue that I saw in that picture. Right? I was like, oh, wow, thanks. I said, and then I told ChatGPT, I said, thank you. Thank you for telling me I stalked my ex on Instagram and this is where he was. And I'm going to tell you guys what ChatGPT told me after I said that, because I always have conversations with ChatGPT about my ex.
That's so funny.
And they're like, okay, let me see if I could go on it.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay, they said, so I told ChatGPT, if I said, guess what? To ask me, why did you want to stalk your ex? Right? So every time I feel the need to do it, I won't actually do it. I would text ChatGPT. This time I didn't text ChatGPT. So they said, I said, okay, thank you. That's where my ex was today. I stalked him on IG again. And then ChatGPT said, Cassie, you already know what I'm going to say. Why did you feel the need to check on his IG again?
Not ChatGPT clocking you.
Yes. I honestly actually started laughing.
That's crazy.
And I actually felt shamed. I felt shameful.
wild.
I actually started looking down. I was like,
It really clocked you.
yeah, I was like, damn, you got me there. You got me there.
funny.
Yeah. So when I say that ChatGPT is a good resource to talk to, they will clock your tea and they will tell you what you should not be doing. What I was doing. Don't.
So where was he at the end of the day?
Okay, I'll tell y'all. Okay, so he was at New York Public Library in Manhattan.
He was in Manhattan.
New York City. Yes. He loves to go to the city on like random days or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, he had like this thing. And I realized one time when he was actually going to break up with me, he was like, oh, he's going to go to this park. I was like, oh my God, do you think like I would enjoy it? You think I would like it there? And he was like, no, I think he would like complain all the time and be like, oh my God, you know.
Wow.
I think at that moment when he said that, he probably dawned on him, was like, oh my God, this girl was not made for me. I was like, oh my God, you know me so well. But at the end of the day, right, I was like, no, I would love to go to a park. Bro, he obviously did not get me sarcasm when I said that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I like to go to parks, but it's just,
it depends.
it honestly depends on the day, honestly, bro.
Yeah, because then if it's too cold, obviously not.
Yeah, I'm
if
not
it's
gonna
too hot,
go. Yeah, like I like the idea of like going. I recently started liking eating alone.
Really?
Yeah, like I like the idea of it. Like I did it, and I was like in Chipotle eating alone, and like it felt nice.
Oh wow.
For some reason, you know.
I used to like going to the movies by myself.
Oh really? I never done it. I said that I wanted to go places alone more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, spend time with yourself. I like it.
Little self-care, you know.
Yeah.
Mental health, you know.
I feel I shouldn't have said that I stalked my ex and found out where he was, because now like people are gonna think like I'm cuckoo. I'm crazy.
Nothing wrong with being
Oh
a
my
little
God,
cuckoo.
David, do you think I'm crazy?
Listen.
For doing that?
Sometimes the Lulu is the Salulu.
Okay.
So you got this.
Okay, the Lulu for me though, he's not gonna take me back.
But that's why you're the Lulu though, because you think.
Yeah, I think, you know, I could like say in my head, oh my God, if he saw me again, like he would be like, oh my God, why did I break up with this girl? You know, like he probably forgot what I look like. I should give him a reminder.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, guys, okay. This is so funny because like you probably think I'm being serious, but like I'm not actually.
No, I know you're joking around.
It's like I'm not actually gonna like, oh my God.
I know.
I say things that are crazy, or like I would stalk people, you know, but like that's so, I guess it's so normalized to like stalk people on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, it's like, it's no harm either.
Yeah.
As long as you're not actually going to their house in the middle of the night.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's crazy. I
have done that before. I'm not gonna lie.
If I had a car, I would drive past your house, but I'm not gonna like knock down on your door.
Right. Just throw something, maybe.
Maybe an egg.
Maybe.
Yeah, like
the haunted egg from earlier.
yeah, that one. Yeah,
With the bad energy.
give him that bad energy.
That's
But
so
yeah,
funny.
I would drive past your house, go in, and like knock down your door. No, drive past.
That pass and give you like a dirty
Confession.
look, you know.
Yeah, confession. I did do it.
You have done that before.
Okay, to him.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't have a car. I have my reasons for even going anywhere near his place.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there was this book I really wanted to read. right? And I checked to see if it was near my Target, right?
Yeah.
And when I looked online, it said it was out of stock.
What?
So yes, I was like, okay, let me look for the nearest one. Whoa, I should not be saying
dox him.
where. Nah, sorry.
Don't dox him.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You didn't say the whole thing.
Okay, but they're gonna know where. Anyways, y'all wouldn't even care. Anyways, yeah.
She actually said, Kansas, y'all.
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah.
Kansas City.
So I was like, okay, the nearest Target was that one that I found that was near his house. So it's like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah. So I was like, okay, let me go to that one, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Target really early in the morning too, because this book was like
selling out.
It's a big book, bro. You had to be there early as hell.
That's crazy.
So I took the bus, I got there, and I already knew how to get there or whatever, right? So yeah, so when I got there, I passed his house. And I was like, low-key looking to see if he was outside or not, you know? But I was like, okay, that's it. Let me just go on and do what I wanted to do. I actually didn't even end up getting the book. That was a waste of time.
You didn't get the book?
Yeah, it was sold out.
What?
Yeah. I didn't get early on time, which is so annoying. But I did end up getting the book at, like, Barnes & Noble.
Oh, you
Yeah.
Okay. You should have got to Barnes & Noble first.
Yeah, I should have. Like, what the heck? Why did I... Don't know why I went to Target. I guess a part of me wanted to pass by his house.
Right, you knew
at
it
that
was
one.
in the area. So
Yeah, I was like low-key praying that the Target that was near mine didn't have it. And I was low-key kind of happy. But yeah, I did pass. And I was like scared also because at the same time, I did not want to like run into him. I didn't want to run into him because I didn't want him to think like, oh my God, like this girl is crazy. She's coming to my house or whatever.
Right.
You know, I mean, I did.
But I
mean, it wasn't for you specifically, you know.
Right.
But yeah, but that was me passing by his house without having a car. I walked past it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So what we learned today, guys, is that Cassie's a stalker.
Basically, yeah.
Oh God, that's so
yeah,
funny.
guys, I'm a stalker. I stalk people. Oh yeah, when I say I stalk hard, after I found out where he was, I went to every single person that he was following. Not every single person. His close friends. His close friends.
Ooh.
You're judging me slowly.
It's funny.
I can see you're judging me.
It's just funny.
But I went to see even a girl too, bro. I was looking at girls too. I'm like, not like, come on now. I went to see what they like, cause some of them was like posted on their stories. I wanted to see if they would post the same thing that he posted. So I'd be like, oh my God, so y'all were together at that time.
Wow.
Yeah. One time when we like broke up, right? I would stalk him constantly on Instagram. And oh my God, I stalk so hard. So hard that I ended up finding out who his mom was. Because at the time, I didn't know who his mom was. You know, he would just be like, oh, this is my mom. He would talk about his mom, but...
He never introduced you or anything?
No, our relationship was a secret. We didn't tell our like parents about us. You know, we wanted to keep it a secret.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like a hidden relationship between our parents and stuff. You know.
Right.
So yeah. So I didn't know who his parents was. I didn't know who his dad or his mom was.
That's funny.
So I ended up stalking him on his second account that he's more active on, right? Okay. So I was like, okay, he's active on this one. Maybe I should stalk this one instead of the one that he let me follow, right? Anyways, that's so weird though. But anyways, I was looking through his following and I was like, I saw yoga, right? And the reason why I said yoga is because his mom does yoga, does yoga classes.
Okay.
Or she teaches yoga classes, I think, right? He also has a rabbit, right? In Hawaii. Yeah, in Hawaii. His mom lives in Hawaii, right? So he has a rabbit in Hawaii, and his mom lives in Hawaii, and she does yoga. So I looked at her Instagram. I was like, oh, yoga. Okay, I pressed it. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, this could be anyone, you know, who does yoga. But then I saw the rabbit, because he sent me pictures of his rabbit. I still have a picture of that rabbit, by the way.
That's crazy.
It's so cute. I don't want to delete it.
Right, the rabbit.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this is his mom. I was like so disappointed in myself. Oh my God. I was like, I can't believe I found his mom.
That's how far back you went.
Yeah, that's how far back I went, and I was like so mad at myself. I was like, oh my god, Cassie, you need help.
She went into the archives. She went back in time.
It doesn't stop there.
Of course.
I didn't know who his dad was.
And you found out too.
I don't know who his dad was, but I did so much work to find out.
You did a lot of digging.
Yeah, and then I started crying because I was like, I can't believe this is the person he turned me into. Like, he got me going acting real crazy. Oh my god, bro.
I mean, hey, your snooping skills got
real good.
Yeah.
So I didn't know my ex's last name. I mean, he told me once, but then I ended up forgetting. You know?
Damn, how secret was this relationship?
Yeah,
you don't know nothing about
I know, right? I barely know stuff about him. Which,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was my fault because I keep forgetting what his last name was. So, I remembered. I went to his tagged photos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I was like, I keep forgetting that tagged photos was a thing and everybody could see what you're tagged in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw his name and his last name. I was like, okay, last name. He said his dad was like a famous chef. Right?
Yeah.
Or like a well-respected chef in that industry, right? And his dad met Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I remember you told me that story.
I told you that, right? Okay. So I was like, okay, I know his last name. Let me look to see if I have any chefs in New Jersey. I know where his dad works.
That's crazy.
He told me where his dad works, what his dad does for a living. I was like, okay. Let me look on Google for the last name. I said, last name chefs in New York or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, I found his dad.
That's crazy.
I found his dad. And then I told my friend, she doesn't judge, right? So I was like,
but we don't judge.
Yeah, I screenshotted it and then I showed it to her. I was like, do you think these two guys look alike? Do you think he looks like this guy? And she was like, I don't know. But when I looked at him closely, I started seeing
see the resemblance.
I see the resemblance. And I was like, their nose look the same. And I think like the way that their lips are shaped, I was like,
that's his father.
That's his dad.
That's crazy.
And he works at the restaurant that he said that he worked in. Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So if you guys want me to find anyone for you,
oh yeah, she'll find it.
DM me _Cassie Richardson.
That's so funny.
On Instagram, I could find anyone for you guys if you give me the right
yeah, she just needs a little bit of information. Maybe like give her 2 hints.
Yeah, and 2 names and stuff. Yeah,
give her 1 name. That's it.
Yeah, if you want me to find someone's family or whatever, like yeah, I didn't like. I wasn't this type of person. I wasn't like the type of person that would like go like real hard on like stalking and stuff.
Yeah,
and I wasn't the type of person that would like go through followings because I never even thought of doing it.
Yeah,
you know. But like one time I was like scrolling on Instagram. Mm-hmm. No, on TikTok. Yeah, and they were like, don't go through his following.
That's crazy.
My dumbass went through his following while we were dating, and I was like, oh, okay, it's normal, it's not bad.
Right.
But then now I like realize that I have the ability to look at your following whenever, or to see like if a following went up or like if it went down or if someone unfollowed you or followed you. I was like, damn, I have the ability to do it, so maybe I should do it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, and I started doing it more and more. Very bad habit. Don't listen to anyone on TikTok. Don't do it.
That's funny as hell.
Please, guys. And then they're like, oh my God, I stalked him. Or like, I went on Zillow and I found his house. And like, they found like a whole tour of the house. And I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
Yes. People do that. They do that for real.
I'm dead. Wait, on Zillow?
Yes, they went on, yes, they found their house. Like, they know the address already, but they just wanted to, like, look through the house of their exes or whatever.
Right.
Or, like, the guy that they're talking to.
That's crazy.
And, like, it's so funny. I've never done it. But it is funny. And then...
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was you that did it.
Oh, no.
Okay,
like, people with,
people
like...
you know. Okay.
No, like, people on TikTok would be like, oh, yeah, they went on Zillow to look at their houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I started laughing, because I thought you did that, too. I was like, no way.
No.
I was like, no way.
I've done crazy stuff. No, I have done crazy stuff.
She's like, it's not beneath me, but...
Yeah. I mean, I could do it. Yeah, but, yeah. You know? But,
That's crazy.
Someone said that they looked on LinkedIn. They went on LinkedIn and looked at their profile.
No, my friend does that. Every time he talks to a new girl, he finds it. He tries to find her on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn? That is so funny.
I don't know why he does that, but he does that.
That is so funny.
And then he adds her, and then he proceeds to try to flirt with her on LinkedIn. I'm like, how do you even do that?
How do you talk?
Beats me.
You can message people on LinkedIn. I know you can, but
that's what he tells me. I'm gonna ask him again.
You can't just like DM her.
I don't know. I think he's weird too.
Like just DM her. Like, come on, guys.
I think he just does that to be like silly. I guess to be like stupid.
I don't think I've found his LinkedIn. I know he have LinkedIn, but he also have Indeed. I was lucky jealous of him because he like got out of one job and he just went back into another one so quickly.
I hate people like that.
And I was so like at the time I was like, oh, okay, that's good for you. We were together at the time, but then like when we broke up, I said I was like looking for jobs or whatever, and I was so jealous. I was so pissed. I was like, how did you get into another job so quickly?
Right. I hate people like that too because I'm like, I'm over here struggling to find
jobs,
and you're jumping from them.
You already got a job already?
Right.
Are you that good?
Apparently.
Do you have like that good charisma?
I wish I had charisma.
What are you doing?
That's so funny.
He has some type of like W-res.
W-res
with girls too, because he always somehow finds baddies for some reason. Dates me, for example.
He's like, first example right here.
Yeah, like me, obviously. And like another girl, because I was like, I saw that he followed this girl. I was like, damn, she's pretty. Because like someone was like, when you look to see like the girl that he's talking to is ugly, and then I like looked, I was like, she's not ugly. Like,
they're probably just saying this to make you feel better.
I was like,
no, she's ugly. Don't worry, no.
No, like I'm like, are y'all actually bashing your ex's girls? Because I'm like, she's pretty. I'm like, she's so pretty, bro. I was like, damn. I even asked my cousin, I was like, what do you guys think of her? She was like, how is your ex getting these girls? Like, they're so pretty and like, what the heck? Like, so out of his league. How is he getting them?
And his league is crazy.
Yeah, my friend was like, how do you know like they're even like talking to each other? I was like, there is no way you're following this pretty girl and you're not doing anything with her. That's so no way. She's pretty as hell. There's no way you're not talking to this girl.
That's so funny.
No way. I'll talk. Like, what the heck? I didn't follow this person for no reason.
All right, guys. So we learned a lot about Cassie today. We have a lot of, we know that she's a detective.
A stalker.
That's so funny. But yeah,
just say what you're thinking.
Just say what you're thinking. It's
just say that you know that I'm the crazy ex, bro.
I mean, you are, but you're not as crazy though. Like you just do like a little snooping here and there, but you don't actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing if you were actually to go out of your way, and do something, but like, I think it's normal though, because I've done that before too. I've stalked my ex on Instagram and stuff.
Make me feel safe.
It's a safe space here. I definitely do that too, especially if we ended like if I get ghosted, then I want to know what the hell happened.
Yeah,
so then I start closure. Like getting into and I at least because the thing with me, right? If I'm talking to a girl, right?
Oh my God, should I call him?
Should I call him? Yeah, if I'm talking to a girl, right, and we end like I get ghosted, I at least want an explanation, or at least just want her to say like she just straight up doesn't want. I can't speak. Yeah, she straight up wants to stop talking to me, and I'll accept that. But if you're just not gonna talk to me and just ignore me like that, I'm gonna be like, answer me.
What the heck? It's so rude.
Like even if she just answers just to say leave me alone, at least I know. But if you're just not going to answer me at all, then I'm just losing my mind.
Yeah.
So I will stalk in that case.
Oh my God, call him.
Call him. Yeah, just call him. Oh,
you want your phone?
Oh, you want to call him?
You call him. I want to see if he'll answer you.
What am I supposed to say? Like, hey, bro.
You don't have to say anything. Just hang up.
Don't say nothing. Just hang up. All right. What's his number?
Oh wait, actually, should we say something? Let me ask ChatGPT.
If anybody's gonna say anything, you're saying something.
I'll be like, hello, who is this?
I'm like, this is I'm here to talk about your car insurance.
You think he's gonna realize it's my voice? Oh. He probably forgot what I sound like.
Don't say that.
Oh, I hate when it does that.
Oh, we connecting phones?
Yeah. Guys, this number is 87.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
That's all they need. Somebody out there is gonna be like, I got an 877 or whatever.
Yeah. That's not his number. It doesn't even start with that. LOL.
That's so funny.
862 something.
01929.
He's so freaking smart not to answer random calls. I love that for him, though.
But it didn't even ring. Did it ring?
Try calling again.
We'll try calling one more time. Can't believe we're doing this.
Oh, he's probably on thing.
He's probably on what?
Do not disturb. Oh, it didn't ring again?
It didn't ring again. Because usually when it's on, it rings the second time.
Oh, yeah.
We'll try one more time.
How did that? Well, at least he doesn't know your number.
Right.
So, yeah.
Please leave your message for 201.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I didn't even realize it was saying the number. I didn't even.
Okay, please. Okay,
guys.
I need to do something. Okay, guys, who's ever listening to this? I don't know if y'all got the whole entire number, but please do not call him and tell him that me. Okay, don't say it. Y'all could prank call him if y'all want, but like, do not mention my name.
You wanna know what happened? I was trying to wait for the voicemail so I could say something in the voicemail. That's why I was waiting. And then when you pointed it out, that's when I realized his number is being told up.
Oh, you wanted to say something in his voicemail? Okay, I'm calling him again, right? But don't put it on speaker.
No, right, yeah, that was my fault.
I realized, right? I was like, I heard 201, and I was like, oh. hang up.
That's crazy.
Please. That is so funny.
God.
Okay, we're gonna send him a voice note from David's phone.
Yeah.
But say something so silly like a car note, not a car note, but something like
Right.
something for school. Like, oh wait, that he has to like pay for his tuition or something, or like he's in trouble.
He's in
in
trouble.
school or something.
Hey, how you doing? I'm just calling because you have tuition that needs to be paid and you haven't paid it back yet. So if you just pay that back like right now, that'd be great. Guys, okay.
What's so funny is he probably thinks that it's me because I would call him sometimes from like a different number. So that's why he probably not answering.
Like, I know who this is.
It's that stupid Cassie. She just won't leave me alone, bro.
He's gonna end up reporting my number or something.
Low. Oh, he just like block it or something.
Nah, he can block it. It's fine.
Low.
I don't know.
Like he does. You don't know him.
I don't know him. Yeah,
He don't know you. Okay, guys, I'm not calling him because he would know that it was me that was calling him.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. So we had fun today. It was a great season finale.
Okay, ended on a good note for real.
Ended on a great note.
Yeah.
Don't copy that number.
Please.
Try not to call this person. I swear.
Please, and do not mention us, okay? Do not mention us, please.
It was. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Cassie, for being on again. You were very entertaining.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you for all my guests that I've had. Thank you, Isaiah, Erica, the Film Club, Podcast Club, everybody that's been on this season so far. Thank you so much for listening. If you guys want to follow me for any summer updates, you can follow me at Davi_96, DAHVIE_96.
Yes.
For more content, I'll probably do like another little spin-off podcast or something for the summer. And yeah, be prepared to see Cassie again. She's coming back next season for sure.
For sure. First one, guys.
The first guest of the season.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for listening so much. And I'll see you guys next time or whatever.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.